So let's talk about the prize for the Cobra Shootout. We're doing something slightly different this time. Whichever one of these cars is winning and wins overall the competition, if I have a spare one of those, that will be sent out to the winning driver. If I don't have a spare, they will have the option to pick any car from my swaps selection, and I'll send that one out to them instead. So that's how we're going to do it. Wherever they are in the world, that is where the prize will be sent to the winning driver.
Greetings Diecast Racing fans, Sharky here, and welcome back to Sharky's Garage here at Vulcan Raceway. For today we have got Group A, Episode 2 of the Cobra Shootout. We've got 8 drivers going down the track, 2 sets of 4. We've got 2 rookies in the first group. I'll run you through them very quickly. First off, in car number 1, we've got ArTchN in the red Cobra with the gold 5-spoke wheels. It's a 2011 cast. In car 3, we've got Tomi from Finland in the red with the 7-spoke wheels. That's a 1995 cast. First of the rookies in car 5, LandyKev, who has his own YouTube channel, does a lot of RC stuff. One of my mates, he is driving here for the first time. He is in the matte green with the 3 spokes. That's a 2008 cast. And car 7, Jabo, he is a rookie. He's in the colour shifter with a 10-spoke. That has got a sealed bonnet, which is what SB means in the descriptions. That's set 1. In set 2, we've got returning driver and former champion Kakes in car 9. In the blue with 5 spokes, that's got a sealed bonnet. That's a 2022 cast. We've got Cuboid in car 11, which is the anti-freeze with the Goodyear 7 spokes. That's a 2006 cast. We have car 13, Isabella Harding from New Zealand in the grey with the 5 spokes. That's a 2006 cast. And Brandon from the Scale Racing channel is back in car 15. It's the white car with the football logos on it, and that's on 7-spoke. That's a 1996 cast. Right, we're going to give you a quick track overview and then get up to the line. But before we get into that, don't forget to do the usual things: like, comment and subscribe. Temperatures here in the UK are quite warm. I don't know how that will affect things today. You can see my Cobra there. Last time's winning. He still hasn't contacted me for me to send him his prize, so I need him to do so. That was Craigster Senior. Can you please still contact me? And there we can see Princess Sparkle's winning one. The police are there. Cars in the car park. The Vulcans. Set 1. Set 2. Safety teams are in place. The other Vulcan. And thanks go out to our sponsors for the track. My brother Phil at Tomi RC. The team at the BERCC. Keldon Raven at Keldon Raven Customs there with the Flying Fenman. Cuboid at 4 Cubed Racing. He's actually racing today, so he's down by his car. And John at Modelmatic there with the track owner is this episode's main sponsor. Let's get this 4 up to the line and get down to the racing. Here we go, up at the line for Group A, Set 1, Race 1. On the front of the blue lane is ArTchN in the red with the big yellow wide stripes, and he's got the gold wheels on that car. On the front of the red lane is Tomi in the red with the thinner stripes. Behind him on the rear of the red lane is the rookie LandyKev in the matte green, and the colour shifter of Jabo is on the rear of the blue lane. 3, 2, 1, race. Red, green, red colour shifter. Moving on to Set 1, Race 2. On the front, we've basically got the rookies on the blue lane and the red cars on the red. On the front of the blue lane is the colour shifter. On the front of the red lane is the red with the gold wheels and the big yellow stripe. The normal red with the thinner stripe is on the rear of the red lane, and the matte green is on the rear of the blue. 3, 2, 1, race. Red, colour shifter, green, red. Moving on to race 3, and it's all to race for. On the front of the blue lane is the matte green. On the front of the red lane is the colour shifter. On the rear of the red lane is the red with the gold wheels, and the normal red is on the rear of the blue lane. 3, 2, 1, race. LandyKev is the only one to finish. Everyone is okay after that. Even Jabo in the colour shifter. Safety team checked everybody out. Right, they're back up at the line for this race 4 of set 1. And yeah, point standings are as follows. On 10 points, LandyKev in the green. On 7 points, ArTchN in the red and gold. On 6 points is Tomi in the red. And on 4 points is Jabo in the colour shifter. How are they set up? The reds are on the blue lane. The 2 rookies are on the red. On the front of the red lane is Tomi. On the front of the on the front of the blue lane is Tomi. On the front of the red lane is LandyKev. Jabo is on the rear of the red lane, and that means that ArTchN is on the rear of the blue lane. 3, 2, 1, race. And LandyKev with the normal red, which is Tomi. The other 2 failed to make it. As we move into set 2, the results of set 1. On 13 points, LandyKev is going to the top 8. I'm guessing. Tomi on 11 points is also going to the top 8. ArTchN on 7 and Jabo on 4 I don't think are. So, on to set 2. We've got the first of the sealed bonnets on the front of the blue lane, that being the one of Kakes. Cuboid in the antifreeze with the Goodyear on the side is on the front of the red lane. Behind Cuboid is Isabella Harding in the grey, and on the rear of the blue lane is the football decoed one of Brandon of the Scale Racing channel. 3, 2, 1, race. Blue, white, antifreeze and grey fails to finish. Moving into race 2, and I hope Isabella Harding in the grey gets to finish this time. On the front of the blue lane is the football of Brandon. Kakes in the blue is on the front of the red. The antifreeze of Cuboid is on the rear of the red, and Isabella Harding in the grey is on the rear of the blue lane. 3, 2, 1, race. Brandon gets out and is the only one to finish. Moving on to race 3, and Isabella in the grey, who has yet to finish, is on the front of the blue lane. Brandon in the white football one is on the front of the red. The blue of Kakes on the rear of the red, and the antifreeze of Cuboid on the rear of the blue. 3, 2, 1, race. Brandon's got out and going across the line in reverse, and nobody else has got to finish. So as we go into race 4, we have a couple of things on the line. First off, Brandon of the Scale Racing channel is already through to the top 8. He's on 13 points. Kakes in the blue is on 5 points. Cuboid in the antifreeze is on 2. And Isabella Harding is currently on 0 points. Can she get a dirty sweep, as they call it over at 3D Botmaker, and fail to finish all races? As it stands at the minute, if Cuboid wins this, he'll put him on 7 points. He will then have to race off against ArtchN 8 from set 1 to see whether he goes to the top 8 or the bottom 8. The only other person who can get through to the top 8 at this point is Kakes. She is starting on the rear of the blue lane, so she needs to get 2 points or more. She gets 2 points, she will race off against ArtchN 8. If she gets 3 points, she's through. The lineup: Cuboid in the antifreeze is on the front of the blue lane. Isabella Harding in the grey is on the front of the red. The white with football logos of Brandon Scale Racing channel is on the rear of the red lane, and Kakes in the blue is on the rear of the blue lane. 3, 2, 1. And nobody gets across the line. We'll have to go for a reset. Three, 2, 1, race. And Isabella Harding has pulled them up yet again. We'll go for a second reset. 3, 2, 1, race. I hope somebody gets across the line this time. And Isabella Harding does. What a heck of a day's racing. And the wing over never fails to provide. So as it stands, the 4 directly behind me are going through to the top 8. The 4 in the back will go to the bottom 8 with a chance to get through to redemption and through to the grand final that way. So going straight to the top 8, we've got the matte green of LandyKev, the rookie. We have got the white with the football tampos of Brandon the Scale Racing channel. Both of them scored 13 points today. On 11 points, Tomi from Finland in the red with the narrower stripes, and the red with the wide yellow stripes and the gold wheels of ArtchN 8 goes through on 7 points. So Tomi was on 11. So 3 from set 1 and only 1 from set 2. Through to the bottom 8, we have got Kakes in the blue. We have got Isabella Harding in the grey. We've got Cuboid in the antifreeze. Maybe him taking the time off from the last series because of his not liking electric cars and refusing to race has meant that he's a bit rusty because he didn't do particularly well today. And Jabo in the colour shifter, the rookie here, he didn't have the best of days. I think he got oh no, Cuboid got 2 points and Jabo got 4. They're in the wrong order in the back row there. But yes, we will get things sorted out. We're back again next week for Group B, and that should be interesting, particularly in set 1, because we've got Hikari Rin up against Princess Sparkles.
We've got James Sterling and the Comish in set 2. So next week's racing should be really interesting. Don't forget to leave me something interesting in the comments section, and I'll catch you all again next week.